Hey you guys, it's Kyle from Markham Reptiles, and today we're going to give you guys the top 5 beginner snakes. Before we get started here, I'd just like to give a big shout out to our partner Reptichip. Reptichip provides top quality coconut chip to help keep the humidity and keep your reptile's mind stimulated. So go ahead and click the link in the description and check them out. Now, this was decided by you guys on Instagram. So as usual, we asked you this question, and you guys went ahead and voted with your comments and with your likes on what these top 5 answers would be. You guys did an outstanding job. So power to the people. You guys did a wonderful job of picking these top 5 beginner snakes. As you guys can see, I'm holding a really cool jungle carpet right here. This is actually a 2024 pure jungle male produced by William Philippek, and he's absolutely a stunner. His mom is like a typical pure jungle. He's kind of like a different type of jungle carpet python, and that's because he has some Palmerston locality blood in him from his father. So Palmerston adds kind of like some striping. As you can see, there's like some stripes right here on his back, and it adds some really cool hues to him. He's almost like a tiger, you guys. And I'm going to be keeping him for a few months, pumping him full of meals, but this guy is going to be available, and you can go ahead and reserve him right now if you want to. He's awesome. He's an inquisitive snake. He's getting used to handling. He's eating very well, frozen thawed. And if you want to reserve this guy, just go ahead and give me a shout. This guy could be yours. So as usual, we're going to start at number 5, and we're going to count down to number 1, and we're going to see what the best beginner snake is. So for number 5, you guys picked king snake. King snakes are super cool. They can tolerate a big range of heat and humidity. You don't have to keep them super hot. They don't need a lot of humidity. So they're a pretty easy snake to care for as your first snake. Now, king snakes are highly variable, and there's lots of different types of king snakes. Shout out to Ed from Masmorphs. I took these pictures at his booth at a few different reptile expos, and he has some absolutely beautiful Florida king snakes and Arizona desert king snakes. And also a big shout out to Jen from Jen's Peculiar Exotics. She has a really beautiful California king snake, and she let me use this picture of that as well. So king snakes are absolutely beautiful. They come in tons of colors. They're very hardy, so I see why people chose them as number 5. And they do eat very readily. They don't get to a very big size, and they can tolerate a large range of temperature and humidity. So I definitely see why people recommended them as number 5. So that's number 5, king snakes. All right, you guys. Before we get to number 4, I just wanted to show you this beautiful girl right here. She is a 2023 pure jungle carpet python produced by William Philippek, and she is absolutely stunning. She's got some very black blacks and some very yellow yellows, and she's actually going into a shed cycle right now, as you can kind of see from her belly. But she is absolutely stunning still. I got some beautiful pictures of her the other day, and I'll go ahead and put those up right now. And I can't wait to see how vibrant she looks when she sheds. And like I said, I'm going to be keeping these animals that I just got in my shipment for like 2 months at least. And this girl right here is eventually going to be made available. So you can actually reserve this beautiful jungle carpet right now. So just let me know if anyone wants to reserve her right here. And let's go ahead and get into number 4. So number 4 is actually going to be African house snakes. Now this snake missed our underrated snakes list. That's another video that we did. I'll link that in the description. The top 5 underrated snakes. But African house snakes narrowly missed being on that list. But they did make this list, the top 5 beginner snakes. And I have some beautiful pictures here from Josh at South Bay Reptiles. He was nice enough to let me use these. African house snakes are manageable in size. They have pretty easy husbandry and care requirements, and they're highly variable. There's actually a lot of morphs. And Lucky Snakes also let us use this wonderful picture. But yeah, African house snakes are super cool, and they're definitely a great option for a first snake. They're very cool. They're a great beginner snake, and they don't get super big, and they're easy to care for. All right, can you guys guess what number 3 is? You guessed it, it is ball pythons. So here we have Joker and we have Cross. These 2 ball pythons actually fathered our clutches for this year. Between the clutches that these two guys fathered, we have 15 eggs in the incubator right now, and they're both absolutely beautiful snakes. Joker right here is a visual clown pied. He is also het for albino. And Cross right here is a visual clown orange dream, and he's het for pied. So we're looking for some orange pied babies, some clown pied babies, and everything in between. So we're gonna have some really cool snakes hatching out this year, and one clutch literally got laid this morning. So we're very excited about all of that. But ball pythons are a great beginner snake. As you can see, I'm holding one in each hand. I'm not worried too much about what they're doing. They're absolutely beautiful animals. They're placid. They're docile. They come in a variety of colors, and they really do get to a manageable size. They're a very manageable snake. They're a beautiful snake, and I'm not surprised that they made our top 5 list. Can you guys guess what the number 2 snake on our list is? If you guessed corn snake, then you are totally right. This is Tinkerbell. She is a het amelanistic, het ultra motley corn snake. She's absolutely beautiful, and corn snakes are an amazing beginner snake. Not only can they tolerate a wide range of temperature and humidity, but they're just hardy in general. They eat very willingly, and they're very docile. This is the size of an adult breeder female. So, I mean, they don't get very big, and they're absolutely wonderful snakes. They come in a variety of colors. They're absolutely great educational ambassadors, and they're really cool pets. Now, my buddy Dan from Shack Scales and I actually did a full video on how to take care of a corn snake. So I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description as well. And here's some amazing videos from when Dan and I got together and made that video, as well as the tour of his spot, Shack Scales. And I'm going to go ahead and link that video in the description as well. And if you guys have watched our videos before, then you probably know that I'm talking about Dan quite a bit right now. And that means that we're going to get into one of Dan's snake facts. So take it away, Dan.
What is going on? This is Dan with Shack Scales. I have an Ultra Male Ghost Motley Corn Snake with me here today. Snake fact for today is on anacondas, which are in the boa family, which means they're going to have live babies, which is pretty cool that such a large snake has live birth.
Thanks so much, Dan. So, all right, you guys, it's finally time. We're going to go ahead and get into the number 1 top beginner snake. So you guys guessed it. Number 1 is this monster male northern white-lipped python. Look at this beefy guy right here. Oh my gosh. I'm just kidding, you guys. But number 1 is actually going to be whatever snake you do the research on. Look at that. What a surprise. In a video about the best beginner snakes, the answer is whatever you want. The best beginner snake is literally whatever snake you want. It could be one of these guys. It could be a beautiful scrub python from Rob at Rob is Creeping It Real. It could be an emerald tree boa from Chris at Snake Spirit. It could be a Bowen's python like this beautiful Bowen's that Socrates from Arieli Maxaboreals let me use a video of. It could be this designer green tree python from Arieli Maxaboreals. Big shout out to Socrates for letting me use these videos. It could be a neotropical bird snake like this one that Jonathan from Palm Beach Colubrids let me use a video of. It could be an Amazon tree boa from Randall Peags. It could be a Burmese python from Jackson Fontana Pythons. It could be literally anything that you want. My buddy Jaleel Wilson at Savagery Reptiles actually sent me a wonderful video because he knew I was doing this video. And the video that he sent me was about a guy who, for his first pet snake, got a gaboon viper. And this was the only snake this guy had for over 20 years. He didn't want any other snake, and he didn't get any other snake. It is kind of ridiculous that there is the idea that you have to get a snake to work up to get another snake, and all of these just to get the snake that you actually wanted in the first place. Get the snake that you wanted in the first place. If you want this monster white-lipped python right here, get it. Get it. Get what you want. Get what you like. This animal is going to live 20, 30 years. No one's taking care of it but you. Why get some animals you don't care about just to work up to the animal you really want? See the animal that you want, do heavy research on it, get an enclosure first before you buy it, and you're good. What more is there to say? If you think an animal is beautiful and it really intrigues you and you're passionate about it and it's something that you want to take care of every day for the next 20 to 30 years, that's what you should get. Don't let anybody tell you that you are not advanced enough to get the snake you want. No one is ever going to be advanced enough to get a king cobra until they go ahead and get the king cobra. I'm not saying your first snake should be a king cobra, but I am saying that your first snake should be literally whatever you want. So find out what you want, find out what you're passionate about, and get that as your first snake. There shouldn't be any other factors involved. Don't let other people tell you what to do with your time with the next 20 to 30 years of your life. You go and you get what you want. Just make sure that you do it right. Do the research first, prepare properly, and when you get that animal, take care of it just like you prepared to do. So yeah, that's number one. Literally any snake that you guys want is the number one beginner snake. All of the snakes that we listed in today's video are great, but if they're not what you want, don't get them. Get something else. Get what you really want. Get a super cool snake like this. If you don't want this, then get something else. Get whatever you guys want. Follow your own dreams. Live your own life and make your own happiness. You guys have a wonderful day.